You guys, I've been thinking of all of you because you are just like me, and we all have some stuff that we do that is not very good for us. So it's not overgiving, it's self depriving. When we overgive, we are depriving ourselves of ourselves. We only have 24 hours in a day. I've never been a fan of people saying 110%, 200%, 1,000%. No, you have 100. You have 24 hours in one day. And if you're really lucky, seven of those, or eight of those, or at least six of those are in deep sleep. When you bleed yourselves dry, whether it's in your occupation or in your families or in your relationships or whatever it is that's bleeding you dry will take away more than you realize. That's just how the calculations work. And so when we overgive, we are denying ourselves some very precious health time, some very precious mental time. Every second you spend obsessing about the things that aren't serving you is a second lost. You put into that constant ruminating about what you should do and what how awful these people are, and I'm sure they really are awful, and there are just going to be takers. They just are. There are takers and there are bullies, and there are people who are really only in it for themselves. And the sooner we realize that that's just how the world works, we need to be very, very mindful of where our time goes. Now, I am a firm believer in the goodness in humans, and I am happy to help anybody and everybody within my reach. That comes at a price. And I learned that the hard way this weekend. It was a rougher weekend because I gave and I gave and I gave, and I had no idea that I'd been doing it for several weeks coming up to the weekend. My husband is a workaholic. He's a work and projectaholic, and he said to me, "You are working harder than I am." I didn't believe that was humanly possible, but I was doing it. And so this is what I want for you guys to hear. I don't want your wake up call to be from your doctor saying you have some very, very serious illness to deal with now. And maybe you're already there. Or maybe it's only a little bit serious, but it's going to get worse. I don't want your relationships to say, "I'm really tired of you not being here with me." It happens. Or maybe it's just you spending all of your time aggravated, pissy, irritable, sad, depressed, anxious because of all those who have taken and those who have all taken advantage of you. So, beautiful people, let's preserve the very precious minutes and hours and days we have left on this planet, and let's be very, very careful where we invest those. We need to make sure that those, whatever any of that, wherever any of that goes, it has to serve us. It has to. That doesn't make you selfish, that makes you self aware. I call that self respect and self value. So, beautiful people, I hope you have learned enough from this little thing, but please be very, very careful because it's you who's suffering with the overgiving and nobody else. Nobody.